Hey, what's up guys? My name is Banaga. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make skewed icons inside of Sketch. So in 2018 and towards the end of 2017, icons that were skewed started becoming a big trend. And what I mean by skewed was it's almost like they were looking down, or they were skewed in a way where it was kind of flat on the surface of a website. And I was very curious how people were doing that in the beginning. I was like, wait, like, do they have to do like 3D rendering for that? Like, how do they get that effect? And it's actually pretty easy to pull off. It doesn't take a lot of skill. I do all mine in Sketch. I see some tutorials where they like line everything up perfectly. They make this flat icon and they do this like rotate thing. I don't do all that. I just freehand it with some lines that I make. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today, and we'll go ahead and get started. So if I open, sorry, if I open Sketch right here on this blank canvas, let me show you guys what we're going to go ahead and create. So this is Roast, a website I did about a year ago. They reached out because they saw that I did a company for a Y Combinator company called Scaffold. I knocked that out. They saw Scaffold. They reached out to me cold, and it was just me and the founder of this website. So I think it's live. It should be live, right? Like let's just try it. Roast.com. It's probably .io with tech kids. This is definitely not it. It's not a copy website. I bet you it's .io. There it is. So it's .io. So you can see there was, compared to what I did in comparison to like what actually got executed, like it's not the greatest in the world. But my icons are there, so this is what I'm going to be showing you guys what to do. So these icons that are skewed, they look like they're like flat surfaced. I did all these freehand. I didn't use a 3D rendering program. I wasn't in some fancy like program for architecturing homes or anything like that. I just freehanded this in Sketch. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Let's just go over some more examples. So like here's another one. You guys just saw this live, obviously. Even that map was pretty easy to pull off. I just got this vector stuff, and I'll show you guys how to do it. The Doc Talk, so I did Doc Talk, another YC company last year, and this phone I took the same approach with. And then one of my biggest inspirations in the design game is this guy named Julian, and he does really cool icons. So if we click this, like that book is beautiful, the laptop is nice, the blog icon is good, and the contact is really cool with that like envelope skewing up. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that freehand. So let's dive straight into it and go and let's just do it. So first thing I like to do is I just like to get my lines there. So I'm going to go to shape, I'm going to go to line, I'm going to hold command on my keyboard. So I'm just going to hold command and I'm going to draw this horizontal line. Now, you can only do like so many angles while holding, not command, holding shift. Sorry about that. Holding shift. You can only move it so much around like that, holding shift. So those are my lines right there. So there's one. I'm going to duplicate this one. So it's like, all I'm doing here is option shift, right? And then all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go make another line. So shape L. I'm going to skew that just right across, and then I'm going to bring that down. So you can see we have this like fun looking square thing. So for this example, I think what I'm going to make is I'm going to try to go for like an iPhone that's laying down. So we have our lines. At this point, it's just lines. There's nothing fancy going on here. It's literally just lines. I moved two of these, and then I made two straight lines horizontally. So I'm going to bring this down since we're making an iPhone. All I'm doing here, guys, because I know the YouTube people, you guys are like, what command made this? No, all I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing these lines, I'm going to length, and I'm just making the length bigger because I need this to be an iPhone, right? So already we have like the frame right there that's pretty nice. I'm going to go to insert vector, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to click the endpoints of here. Nothing fancy, guys. This is called not being overwhelming, right? So now I have a box. It looks like, I was really bad in math, but I don't know if that's a trapezoid or what that is. But that's good. So, oh, nice. Did my mouse almost died for a second. So I'm just going to zoom in. I'm going to try to get the angles perfect. And voila. So if I just move this guy out of this little frame that we're using to like skew our iPhone, you'll see it looks like the shape of an iPhone, right? Like placed on the ground, kind of like this in a way, like that. So now what I'm gonna do is you gotta round the corners, right? An iPhone isn't an iPhone unless the corners are rounded. So let's round the corners, and I forgot to tell you YouTube fanatic tutorial people what I'm doing here. So all I'm doing here is clicking the points, going to corners, and I'm just moving until the eye feels like it's good, right? The corners aren't going to be even because on an iPhone they're even, but from a skewed perspective they're not even. So I'm kind of just like freehanding this right now to what feels best for me. You guys can spend 4 hours just perfecting it. I'm going to spend 24 seconds. So just kind of skewing. There we go. So I'm just going to stop at that. This isn't going to be a perfect iPhone, but it'll be close enough to where you guys will be like, it looks like something. So this is the base. So for the base, to make it look like, you know, we can see what's going on, I'm just going to put a square here, arrange, send it back. I'll make this like a nice, like, I don't know, I'll make it like a cool little gradient. Sorry, I know you guys want me to go back into this tutorial like ASAP, but I just want to like make something like that's actually visually appealing if I can. Okay, cool. So let's go back to the base. So an iPhone, what color is it? It's usually like a bluish gray. So I'm gonna go to here. I'll go to like right about there. Feels good. Maybe even a lot lighter actually. There we go. And then what does an iPhone have? Every iPhone has a screen, right? So for that, I'm just gonna make that white 100%. Actually not, well, it's not white, it's like darker than the actual surface, so sorry, I'm gonna make that dark like that. And then all I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm just gonna lock. You see this little lock icon? It just means that the width and the height gotta stay equally proportionalized while I make that thing go down. So I'm just gonna click that. I'm gonna bring the width down, and you can see, whoa dude, like that's not bad, right? So now that I have this selected, you saw how I did that. I'm just gonna hold shift and I'm gonna grab both of them. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to align them, whatever. What is that? Vertically? Perfect. And then I'm just going to use my eye to skew it up a little bit. I'm using the keypads on the arrow to like visually see what's going on. Okay. And then right here, I'll just put like we got to get our home button. So how are we going to do that? So this is kind of fun. What we're going to do here is we're just going to pretend like we're just going to draw this like circle. Right? So instead of drawing a circle like that, that's typically how you would draw a circle. I'm going to draw it like flat, like I'm almost mimicking. So I'm going to draw it sideways. You know what I mean? Like almost like I'm from looking at it straight, it's an oval, but with this perspective, it matches it. So I can leave it like that. This is going to be the home button, unlike an iPhone, so we'll just make it like purple or something like that. You know, something a little lighter. And that's okay. Like it's not bad, but it doesn't look skewed like the iPhone. So what I'm gonna do here, so I'm gonna come up here to transform, and all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold shift. Shift is like my little magic tool, so I can like move stuff accurately. So either straight a little, it doesn't go like up down, it just goes straight or left. So I'm gonna use shift as my little tool here, and I'm just gonna move this until it feels like it's skewed with the eye. So that feels like it's skewed. So that's looking like an iPhone. It doesn't look like 100% like an iPhone. It looks like a trapezoid thing. So what I'm gonna do to make this feel like more of an iPhone is I'm just gonna round these corners in a bit. So I'm gonna round like him a lot. I'll round him a lot. I'll round him a lot, and then he's gotta be like that. Usually on an iPhone screen, though, the corners are not skewed. I mean, the screen corners are not rounded. So I'm going to unround these just to see what that looks like. So unrounded, okay? And then there needs to be more space right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm double clicking so I can see these little things. I'm just going to click right here, hold shift, click right here, hold shift. Here's a magic trick that I do. Instead of measuring and doing all this stuff, to get this, push it up, if I just hold shift and press up, the right side of it is now messed up, right? So I'm gonna hit Command Z to go back. What I do is I go, I don't have to do it while I talk. I go up 2, 1, 2, and then left 2 on the keypad. And there you go. Now it's all evenly proported, whatever. and I have more space to play with my home button. So I'm going to zoom back into here. I'm going to transform this guy. He needs to be more flat like that, and then I'm going to bring him up, quite a bit. So there's your iPhone. If you guys want to make this look like badass or something, you can do like a shadow under it, and then like just push that down. I probably would just do like a flat shadow, so it looks like more 3D-ish, right? Bring that over there so it looks like that, and then just make this like a darker background and just bring down the opacity, and then I don't know. This needs to be like more blue to me. And then there you guys go. That's a free-handed, skewed iPhone, if you will. If you zoom out to, what are we at, 50? So this is 100%. Like if I see that and you guys go in and you guys do those little line things to make, your buttons inside, or let's say this is like an app, right? Like I'll just do this real quick. So let's say this is like an app. You can literally just like come in here and then just skew it. So I'm just trying to find like a surface to like measure this thing off of. So I think right there, if I just go transform and I just bring this up, there's going to be an angle that I can kind of use as like a reference here pretty soon. So let's see. So you see how that's kind of coming together, right? And then I can just keep bringing it down, adjust it. It basically needs to be even on all sides. Like, well, it's getting pushed up. So if I skew that, if I transform that now a bit, there's that. So now I can just go 1, 2, 3. We go over here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's see how this looks when we zoom out. But typically, like, I don't know what this is. This is probably like just a graphic on an app or something like that. If I zoom out, it looks good. So maybe it looks okay. It doesn't look good, but if I just skew it, right? Shift is your best friend here. Skew it, and then I'm positioning it to where it feels even on all sides. Is kind of the trick here. You can do that, and then you can bring this down. So maybe you have like a feed going on here. Maybe that's what this is. You got like a feed or something, right? And here we go again. How did you get all these to duplicate? All I did here was I just clicked it. Oh, nice. It's moving by itself. This is great when this happens. That means the computer's freezing or something like that. It's still moving. Wow. It's doing my design file. I wish that it would always do this, so I could just sit and watch the computer and have it just do my design for me. It's not. It's continuing to go. I don't even know what's going on here. Is like my computer haunted or what? This is horrible. So I'm just gonna delete that. Wow. I don't even know what happened there. Let's just undo it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But I just saw that like this area is down, so I'm just gonna bring it down just a bit. So let's pretend this is like the feed thing. So there we go. And this is just eye. This isn't rocket science. I'm just using my eye to see like what balances this thing to feel like a feed, right? And then typically your feed, like, towards the bottom, it like opaques out. And then these guys are like a little bit, and then like this is the main one, right? So, yeah, there you go. So that's how you freehand skew icons for your websites, for your mobile apps, for whatever you guys use on the web. That's how I do it. Obviously, I would spend a lot more time with the detail, figuring out what icon needs to go there. There's got to be a lot more attention on some of those angles, right? Because even if I check here, if I just, what did I do for this? Because you guys are going to rip me apart. L on a Mac keyboard, L, and you can use a shortcut for a line. So I just grab that, and I put that here. You know what I mean? Like these are all, this one's not even there, this one's not even there. And then if I come here with the same one, like this guy's got to like get shortened a bit. And that's how like I would spend probably, I don't know, to get this thing perfect, maybe like 35 minutes to really align that to be like a really cool looking iPhone that I would display on like one of the sites like this, right? Or like this, right? So that's it for this video. You guys will have access to the sketch file. It'll be in the description below. If you guys have any questions, in the description below, there's my email, Twitter. Just ask me anything, and I'll get back to you guys as quick as I can. And that's it. That's how to make a skewed icon inside Sketch, free-handed.
Breezes blowing through your hair as you stood gazing down the river in anticipation of the thrill of the dizzying rides at the amusement park. Ah, memories of Boblo Island.